your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us, 'cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hey everybody, welcome down to the Rough Cut Golf Podcast, where you join us once more in a overcast Manchester as 2026 gets underway, and this is the last time I'm going to be sat in this chair for about 7 weeks, because we are beginning our travels, and we are going to tell you and fill you in all about that as we move in to our conversations. But first of all, just want to say a massive shout out and a big thank you to today's sponsor at NordVPN. Now, do not skip forward just yet, because we have an offer for you. And just want to say thank you to NordVPN for being great supporters of this podcast for the past 6 months, basically now, and we are carrying on into the future. So if you haven't got a VPN yet, and as internet sites get us banned left, right, and centre, it might become more important. What is the offer that we can give people?
The offer is this. You go to nordvpn.com/roughcut. You buy yourself a 2-year plan, and they're going to give you, just chuck it in, gratis, free, 4 additional months of VPN usage. I would go so far as to say, Peter, that it's not only for people who don't yet have a VPN. It's for people who already have one and want the best instead.
Sure.
So they should go and get Nord. If you've got some other not quite as good one, get Nord instead, because it is the best one. That's your offer, nordvpn.com/roughcut. You pay for 2 years, you get an extra 4 months on top.
Perfect. I mean, then this is the time it's going to start coming into fruition now for you guys traveling and Russ going away. If you want to catch up on anything and you want to put yourself back in this country, catch up on the sport, watch live sport, watch TV programs, watch Netflixes in other countries, you can do that with NordVPN.
I've got it all ready for the Manchester derby, Man United versus Man City next week, 12:30 kickoff.
Oh, is that happening when we're away?
Yeah.
Do you want to watch it?
Yeah. Not sure it's going to go particularly well for the team in red.
This could be a grim watch. I'll have a great time. So yeah, if you've not checked out, make sure you do. NordVPN, big thank you. And if you don't have a VPN, please go check them out. And like Mick said, if you do, just switch anyway, because they're the best. Right. Into the main thrust of the podcast. Let's delve straight into it, shall we? We chatted about a few things yesterday, which has now been deleted. One of the ones was Jason Day doing a terrible YouTube ad about, I don't even know what it's about, because I turned it off because I was so disgusted.
Lawn care.
It's about lawn, lawns.
We thought it was going to be something exciting, and it turned out to be an ad for some sort of mower.
So he said he was quitting and left it a couple of days, then brought out this ad, and it was about lawn care.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think it's about an automated lawn care, is that right?
It's also the official lawn care partner of the PGA Tour.
Is it that Husqvarna
No,
thing?
it was like True Green or
See, I'm
something.
a big Husqvarna guy.
It was like, I've quit not worrying about my lawn. You know, like, it was very...
That's shill.
I applaud it.
Yeah.
He's really got the game now.
I mean, it's fine, but we wasted 20 minutes on it.
Yeah.
We did.
And look, it's worked. We just talked about it as well.
Yeah.
Never forgive him.
I'll cut that bit out.
No, leave it in.
He needs to understand.
When I see Jason Day, I'm going to tell him exactly how I feel.
No, you won't. You'll be so nice. You'll be like, oh my God, I've wanted to film with you for years.
Jason Day is currently playing on the PGA Tour. And do you know who else is going to be playing on the PGA Tour very soon?
Brooks Koepka?
You are correct.
Yes.
So we were chatting about... what was it even yesterday? Because the statement came... I can't even remember when the PGA Tour made their statement. So to put everyone in the know, to give everybody a rough outline of what has happened. Brooks Koepka has been on LIV for the past few years. He left the PGA Tour, signed a massive bonus to get there, obviously won a lot of money on the LIV Tour, and ever since its inception, the PGA Tour has been really at loggerheads with LIV, imposing sanctions, imposing punishments on players who play in any LIV events, or who are seen to be involved with LIV as a outside tour in any way. Yeah, we'll probably go on to talk about things like Wes Bryan and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's been very, very critical, and there's been a lot of animosity between the tours. Brooks has left LIV, and he said, it's been great, but he wants to spend more time at home. That lasted for a day, and then
Before he signed up to another golf tour.
He's come out and said, "No, I'm looking to rejoin the PGA Tour." Now, the PGA Tour has just made up a rule on the spot. If we're going to be completely,
I got it here.
Completely honest about it.
It's the inception of a new
Let's get the
bylaw.
Let's get the full one. So
They named it as well. It's got a great name.
yeah, so this is the returning member program. Now I'm going to try and read this. Unfortunately, Kieran's screen protector is so cracked. This is like trying to read through a spider's web. But I'm going to give it a go. In response to fan research, I tell you what, I'll get to the most important bits. It's basically saying that the PGA Tour have established this returning member program to swipe up any players that they deem marketable enough to play on the PGA Tour from LIV, is effectively what they're saying. Eligible players, open to players who participated in unauthorized tournaments, have been a member a minimum of 2 years have been a member for a minimum of 2 years. I'm guessing this is the tour, and have won the Players, the Masters, US Open, PGA Championship, and or the Open in the years 2022 to 2025.
That's an interesting one as well. We'll come on.
It's very specific. I mean, this is. You know what? How about I paraphrase this even more? This is what the PGA Tour statement has actually said. Brooks, you're welcome back, but we're going to give you a tiny slap on the wrist, more like a stroke than anything, on the back of the hand. But John Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, if you're watching this, how about you come on back? That's what this PGA Tour statement actually says.
Oh, don't forget Cameron Smith. He's also eligible.
And there's others. There's Cameron Smith. There's Tyrrell Hatton.
No, it's not. Tyrrell's not in it.
Just them three.
It's just four.
John Rahm, Bryson, and Cameron.
Guys.
They invented the rules. They can bend them however they want.
Let's be real about this. If Tyrrell Hatton comes and says, "Oh, PGA Tour, can I pay the same fines and come back?" The PGA Tour are not going to go, "Oh, well, you know, our policies are really clear on this.
Yeah.
We couldn't possibly let you back." Oh, Tom McKibben, do you want to come back? Joaquin Neiman.
Yeah.
We've not seen you in a few years, mate. Do you fancy coming back?
Well, that might come next year.
Just keep on coming.
Yeah.
Just keep on coming. This is a statement.
Wow.
Around a whole set of rules that they set out originally, and all they're doing now. And by the way, I don't mind this as long as they're just open about it, saying, "LIV players, you've got a window to come back if you want."
Yeah.
Like, that's all they're saying.
It's an absolute power statement, I think. It's a power statement, though. Like, you know, it's some of their big names have got an opportunity here. If you want to play on this tour, you can play on it.
Yeah, we're giving you a little.
You got this 30-day window. I think February the 2nd it closes.
Correct.
Which is obviously the week of the LIV Golf's first event in South Africa, I think, for the first event. And I think that they've got an opportunity here. Maybe they won't get this opportunity again. It
is what it is. It is what it is. Shall we just say what Brooks Koepka's punishment will be for returning to the tour? And it is not walking naked through the street with all the PGA Tour players ringing the shame bell.
Damn.
As Mick would love
That still makes sense.
It won't, because all of that has been,
yeah.
If you're a member of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast membership program on YouTube, you will have seen that the original podcast we recorded yesterday went live for like 4 hours before we decided that all of the information was out of date and came back to record it again today. You may have heard that I thought the appropriate punishment was for him to be shamed, walked around East Lake while they whip him with cedar.
Mm-hmm. It's advanced again since yesterday.
It's got worse. But that's not what's happening, is it?
That's not what's happening. So Brooks Koepka's punishment for returning to the PGA Tour, and this is to appease players who've remained loyal in recent years, says that he'll forego any payment from the FedEx Cup bonus scheme this year, and that he's eligible for the Tour's player equity program between 2026 to 2030. The tour claims that the total could be worth in the region of $50 to $85 million, so 37 to 59 million pounds. Now, to put this in context, Koepka has earned about $48 million in prize money during his 4 seasons at LIV, whilst also confirming with a podcast with Jake Paul that his signing bonus was 9 figures. So this is a punishment.
Does that mean at least 100 million? Is that how many? Right. Okay. Yeah. Just working out
At least.
how many. Yeah.
At least, yeah.
It could be 500. It could be 900.
It could be more. I mean, you're looking at probably, I would say, between 100 and 200 million. It's probably going to be signing bonus. Mm-hmm. Now you've got, so what the PGA Tour have said is that you won't be able to claim potential future earnings, which you're not guaranteed to get, but you could not claim these potential future earnings or be a part of the Tour player equity program. Now, in all intents and purposes, that's not a word, is it?
All intents?
All intents and purposes?
Yeah.
That'll do. Koepka is not going to be too worried about this.
No.
Because he already has money in the bank. And the only thing that he has to do extra, he's also going to be tasked with making a $5 million charitable contribution to a charity of, I think it's his choice or the Tour's choice. I'm not sure.
The Tour's
choice.
I think the players' union get to decide where the money goes.
Okay. Well, that's going to be great.
Dogs trust, hopefully.
Yeah,
Pete.
absolutely. And he's admitted that he'll need to work on relationship with fellow players upon his return. So he wants to, make some friends back. Right.
Do we think the punishment for Brooks Koepka is harsh enough?
Based on the PGA Tour's initial rhetoric, no, it's not. Because all this is, again, the whole point about players staying loyal to the PGA Tour, and bear in mind, I am really not saying that I agree with the way that the PGA Tour went about this. I thought it was way too draconian. It was not, accepting that players do have a right, if they want to play elsewhere in the world. I thought it was a bit of a weird move, but I understood why they did it. They're protecting the PGA Tour. They want to protect their products. And we'll go into this a little bit more. The way it's playing out, it's probably been a good decision in the end because, this is an issue for LIV going forward. But the original rhetoric was literally, if you're gone, you're done.
Yeah.
You are not coming back. Now, Brooks has left, and at a minimum, we will say he's got $150 million with payments and prize money from LIV in the past 4 years. That's $150 million. I'm going to say that again, $150 million. Now, I'm going to take a wild, thrusting, swinging stab at this and say that even the most successful player in the past 4 years, Scotty Scheffler, has earned what?
99 million.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I only know that because I looked the other day.
Yeah. So you're talking about the most dominant player on the PGA Tour, the best player to do it since Tiger on his current run of form.
And he was loyal.
I don't think it was ever really a question of him going, to be honest, but he stayed loyal to that tour and he has earned a third less in money over that 4 year period for being the best player on that tour.
And realistically, that is a great example of probably as good as it could have got on the PGA. He's never going to win everything, but he played as good as anyone could ever do.
Yeah,
of course.
And so that's kind of the max amount of money you could have got for staying. Yeah. And yet it doesn't even touch the size of what Koepka's got from 4 years of playing on maybe a done tour. Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because when you start talking about money at these amounts of money are... they don't mean anything in reality. I can't conceive of this much money anyway. It doesn't really make sense. But the whole point, the whole reason people were signing for LIV was the money, which was guaranteed in comparison to what you were doing playing on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
It was a move which earned them a lot of money, and the PGA Tour, that was their main weakness because LIV could say, we are going to give you this much money. The PGA Tour can't do that. PGA Tour dug their heels and said, no, this is not going to happen. You're gone. You're not going to come back. This is terrible. This is the worst thing in the world. You awful people for going. Remember what it was like to begin with.
It was. There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of people making speeches about how they were traitors and doing
how they were the worst humans in the world. This wasn't PGA Tour. This was calling out these players and saying, you are terrible, awful examples of our race to go out there. Humans across the globe are looking at you saying,
Yeah, Coney 2020 or whatever that guy was called.
God, that was a fever dream, wasn't it?
But now we're back. And this is the thing, it's just... I don't know. It's a bit... I just think it's really hypocritical of the stance that the Tour are taking, but I can understand exactly why they are doing it.
Yeah. Are you saying that you think then it's just that... Because obviously, correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm hearing you saying that you don't mind the fact that they are coming back. You just think there needs to be even harder things that have been put in place to affect them.
But I don't think there can be.
No,
I don't think there can be.
Yeah,
Of course, they could. They could put into place. If you went and played on LIV, they could put into place that. Okay, cool, great. You can come and join the PGA Tour, but first of all you have to qualify. Second of all, we're taking away your access to all of these schemes, and then they could say, and if you win, you have to donate all of your prize money for the next year, or they could go really, really harsh. And what they've done is they've done the absolute minimum required to kind of appease the press and the other players so that they can get what they see as a big name back on their tour, and also kind of leave a little bit of a scar on LIV going forward, saying listen, at the end of the day, we can take your players back whenever we want to. As soon as their contract's finished with you, they're going to come back. We're not going to punish them that harshly, so they're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's literally because you can they could have been as draconian as they wanted to with the punishments, but you could only push it so far before the players go, no, actually, I'm probably just going to stay at LIV then. If that's what's going to be happening. So the players who are also eligible for this new scheme. So you've got players need to have competed outside of the PGA Tour for at least 2 years and won a major championship or the Players' Championship since 2022. Now that's Jon Rahm, that's Bryson DeChambeau, that's Cameron Smith. The players have until February the 2nd to decide whether to enroll. And there's no guarantee that players will have similar opportunities to rejoin the tour in the future. PGA Tour CEO Brian Rulap has wrote, this is a one-time defined window and does not set a precedent for future situations. I mean, all the statements around this, you can take it with a massive pinch, a fistful of salt, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it's just a very clear message to say, yeah, Koepka, if you come back.
Well, they've got an opportunity here. They're obviously clearly targeting their big hitters, and their three big hitters are Koepka, Rahm, and DeChambeau. And
and it comes Smith all just on the side.
You know what? If we make those the criteria, we'll accidentally also make it available to Cameron Smith.
Find a way to kind of curve the sort of.
Apart from the Open Championship, that one doesn't count.
I think that Cameron Smith obviously is one of those where it would apply to him, but I don't think that he particularly is. I don't know, but I don't think he doesn't strike me as someone that is wanting to go back to the PGA Tour. Whereas I'm seeing the likes of Rahm. Bryson's an interesting one because obviously it's going to be, he's got other things going on for him. I think that if Rahm goes, I think Bryson would also follow.
I think it's almost as if they have built LIV around Bryson. Hype of LIV has kind of been built around us having someone who's so up for the team aspect, who's so interested in marketing himself to a wider audience, he's their poster boy, really. That if they lose Bryson, I think it could be the end for LIV if even one of these other players goes. Bryson, Rahm, to a certain extent, Cameron Smith. The PGA Tour can say, look, we've finally done it. We've taken the players who you've built your tour around. They've come back to us, and now you guys are basically finished. Do you think it ends up being the end for them?
But bear in mind that when they started off all of this, all this money goes in, and all of this, all this millions and millions and millions of pounds goes in. And the PGA Tour were very, I would say, quite old-fashioned in terms of, and I think we can all agree that the PGA Tour are a old-fashioned entity in terms of sometimes the way that they deal with things. And I would say the banishment and all this sort of stuff was quite an old-fashioned thing. This move here, they've come with an opportunity to be a little bit modern about it and actually an element of forgiveness. Let's also remember that Koepka was, he didn't carry water for LIV. He didn't, he was never a real advocate for LIV. He never wore the team stuff. When he won the PGA Championship in 2023, he was asked, "Is this a win for LIV?" No, it's a win for it's a win for me. It's a win for Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
And so his element of his buy-in to the LIV probably isn't a lot. Now, and I would say that he didn't necessarily burn bridges, which is fantastic for him.
Yeah.
He's obviously liked within the PGA Tour community. Ludwig Aberg was on the comms yesterday talking about it, and he said, "We're the PGA Tour. We want to play with the best players in the world. Brooks Koepka is a generational talent. Let's get him back in. It's only good." And just also remember this is that he will not be. Some of the stipulations with this PGA Tour is that he won't be taking anyone's place. Like he won't be, he's not going to be, no one's going to lose out because Brooks Koepka has gone into a field. He will simply just be added.
Yeah, they're going to adjust the fields.
And then also that this could also add players, because if it's an odd number, if it's all this sort of stuff, people will be added. And obviously the financial implication. We don't need to worry about Brooks Koepka. He's not going to worry about this.
Don't worry, we're not.
We don't need to worry about Brooks Koepka from a money perspective. But there is a sense there that there is reward within the players that have stayed. Brooks Koepka is going to potentially losing out on 50 to 85 million. Just also remember one more thing, that he's not going to be allowed into the signature events. So he is going to have to play his way onto these signature tournaments. He can play in the Players, which is a thing because of his major championship. But he has to play his way onto it, and if he's going to be the better he plays, the more money he loses, because he's going to lose. He's going to lose.
I hadn't thought of it like that. That's great. Yeah.
He's not going to be exempt from prize money, and
he's not. No, but he's going to be exempt for that.
Bear in mind, it's not like the players are gaining anything. The players are already going to be eligible for the money.
Yeah, but
for the Tour Player Equity Program. It's not like Brooks is coming in, and however better he plays, other players get more money for it.
It's expanded though. It has.
If Brooks wasn't there, they'd get the same money for what they would anyway. And Brooks coming straight back, I think that's what probably the only thing that kind of tweaks me a little bit is like Brooks is going to be parachuted straight back into the tour events, and the tour events would be expanded to refit him in. And you're saying it's not taking anyone's place. It's not. But then it also shows, the PGA Tour has the ability to expand the field size, which could get more other players in.
Potentially.
And bear in mind, I think generally this is probably going to be good for the PGA Tour to get these players back as far as people watching. But I would say again, the biggest winner from this is going to be Koepka. It has to be. He has played an absolute blinder here.
Yeah, it's cake and eat it situation. He's gone, taken the money, played golf on the tour, fulfilled his contract. Maybe it's a failure of LIV to not re-sign him to a longer contract, or not make LIV a appealing place for him to be. He did what he said he was going to do. He played on their tour and he took their money, and now his contract is over. He is well within his rights to go and play wherever he wants. If the PGA Tour want to put a couple of little sanctions on him to kind of punish him and make a statement to their players that, even though we're bringing him back, we are treating him a little bit differently because he did defect to the other side, that's fine. But at the end of the day, everyone made the decisions they made, and Brooks Koepka isn't breaking any rules. He's not, apart from when he left, he's now kind of, the only people who have backtracked are the PGA Tour, who, like you said at the beginning, these players are now untouchables and never will play on our tour again. And now they're saying they can.
It's been, ever since LIV started, it's been, it's kind of hard to remember and draw all these things together. But ever since LIV's inception, it's been a lot of backtracking and a lot of changes, which LIV is really bad for having no cut events and for the money which is on offer. The PGA Tour kind of said this, the PGA Tour is the home of the best golfers. People are playing here not just for the money, but they're for glory and for history. What's the first thing that the PGA Tour do? They instigate a greater number of no-cut events. They instigate a way for the top players with the biggest names to stay on tour more, even if they're not playing their best golf, and to limit the access for players trying to get onto the tour.
Yeah.
These are they bring things in like the player equity program. What's that thing where they just give money away for being
PPI, isn't it, or something like that, yeah.
PPI. It's not PPI.
PIP.
Sorry,
PIP, that's it.
PPI is the building scheme. Isn't
Oh, is it that?
Isn't PPI when you like got missold insurance or something? Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
like the PGA Tour have like continually brought in things which aren't the LIV model, but are kind of very adjacent to what they offer their players. Which again, for the players, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because the PGA Tour have had a look at what they're doing, like I said, like maybe an old school approach with many things. And they've changed it to try and keep their best players on the tour.
Yeah.
Now...
Sorry, can I just add to that? They are now probably in a period in which, you know, they're going to get these players coming, and they've given opportunity for these players. Yeah, they will be backtracking on some of the things they've said. Obviously, at the time of them saying it, they didn't think that Brooks Koepka would come in 3 years' time to potentially try and go back. Like, they had to make these decisions, and they made them at the time. Now they have to adapt to what the situation is now, and they've got a card here to play where Brooks Koepka is. Let's also invite an opportunity for John Rahm and Bryson to come as well.
And do not forget Cameron Smith.
And Cam Smith.
Why do you hate Cam Smith?
What's the
problem with Cam Smith?
And Cam Smith.
They have got a card to play. They've
got a card to play. They've got a card to play to seriously damage the LIV model in terms of ticket sales and stuff like that, and the overall credibility of that league.
I think I'd still be a little bit annoyed if I was a player who was offered money to go to LIV and who turned it down to show loyalty to the PGA Tour, only to have that not thrown back in their face, but to say,
absolutely. But there has to be an element here of that they've had to adapt.
It's adapting to change.
Whether that's talking to the players and being like, right, guys, we did this, and this because we thought this, and this would be the best form of action because we had to protect you
at the time.
Whereas now, we're sorry, but we are adapting. We will try and give some other sanctions to these players and think about it a little bit more. But it's
the thing is probably the one thing which is getting to me a little bit on this is that it is adapting, but it's adapting to the players that the PGA Tour sees as marketable assets that they can bring back.
But that's
look. I mean,
it's the creating the mold of this. Like, all right, there's this set amount of time where you've won these set amount of things to get this set amount of players into the thing.
Yeah.
To kind of create this sort of like I was thinking when I saw this yesterday, the thing is like, right, out of those three guys there, and obviously now Brooks, who are the others? Like we've mentioned before, like Neiman and Hatton are probably the other two where you could look at and go, well, if they came back, they would find a way to try and get them back in.
Taylor
obviously,
Gooch.
if like. I don't even know. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Best I play in this generation.
If Kevin Na comes knocking on the door again and all these kind of... like, I don't feel like they would have been particularly roll over as they are been right now. And you can understand why, because of the marketing of the players like Brooks Koepka.
But yeah, that's my point. But the PGA Tour, the whole point of the PGA Tour is it's meant to be, is that it is a player which is for a tour which is for the players, not individual people.
No.
It's meant to be that if you're good enough to play on the PGA Tour, you can qualify, and if you're not good enough to play on the PGA Tour, you'll drop off at the end of the year.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, I know, but we're talking about three of the best players of the last 10 years that could potentially be coming back into
who went and took money and joined a rival league and betrayed the PGA Tour's trust and threw away their tour cards and spat in the faces of their fellow players. Like, they should be punished more harshly than Brooks is being punished right here. Regardless of who they are, it should be the same rules for everyone. If XYZ player who no one's ever heard of playing on LIV wants to then go back and qualify to play on the PGA Tour again, they're not going to make him do all that, are they? Absolutely not.
There just has to be an element of for me, I think there has to be an element of just forgiveness and everything like this. The Koepka also completely said that in 2023 that if he wasn't playing as bad as he currently did, that he probably wouldn't have gone on the LIV. Let's also not forget that. I don't know what I would do if I was offered a 9-figure salary and I'm not playing my best. I was, unbelievable. And now I'm not playing. Now I'm not playing my best.
Yeah.
Cool, I've got an opportunity here.
Are you talking in the third? I don't. What person
it's
are you talking in the?
I'm talking.
He's
Brooks.
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 Sorry,
okay,
I've kind of matched myself.
He's Brooks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've kind of amalgamated myself there. Yeah. I'm a five-time major winner.
This is what Kieran does in his spare time. He goes home and pretends he's Brooks in front of the mirror.
But we want to see, and it's obviously been brilliant in the last couple of years that the only time we'll be able to see the best players play is the 4 times a year in the majors. Let's extend that and let's get everyone back. I know that they made mistakes and everything like that. Let's get everyone back on a tour, and the PGA Tour could be on the verge in the next 2 years back to that.
Yeah. No, I mean, so some of the points you've made there, just to be devil's advocate on that situation, though, you say you've got someone like Brooks who in 2023 has mentioned the fact that he wasn't playing good golf. So he's taken an opportunity and he's taken a hell of a lot of money, gone and done that, and then gone, oh, actually, I'm playing a bit better now and I actually want to go back to the PGA Tour. So he's literally been able to take his cake and eat it as well from every side. He's eaten the whole bloody thing. Yeah. Because he's taken a massive wad of money.
He's not playing well. He has missed 3 of the 4 cuts this.
Why bring him back?
Because I think that he realizes let's also I know I keep saying let's also not forget that he wants, his goal is double figures in the majors. Let's also.
Well, if that was his goal, he shouldn't have left in the first place.
Well, no, I know exactly.
He should have actually. He wasn't playing well.
Yeah.
Well, should have practiced then.
Yeah.
Let's say of all of this, the signs were there that he never, like Kieran said, he never was into LIV.
Yeah, he wasn't a true
believer. The signs were always there. He always wanted to come back. He always wanted. Well, no, I know, but at least
just get an incredibly large amount of money for playing.
At least with Koepka, say he wasn't walking around at the majors wearing his Legion 11 or whatever it is clothing and all this kind of thing, and I
get it. You know what, I love the cake analogy. All right, he was on a tour,
bit of cake would be good right now.
He lost his touch in the kitchen. The cake he was making, it wasn't very tasty.
Soggy bottom.
So another bakery came along and said, now Brooks, now you're a pretty renowned cake eater, we are going to give you.
He was at the time.
We are going to give you this Victoria sponge. All right. Now, just to let you know, it's new. We're working out the recipe. Have a taste. It might not be great, but we're going to give you a lot of money to promote this cake.
But also, this cake, it could be really good. But also, the other cake that you used to eat, you might not be able to go back and have that again.
No. But the bakery that he's currently at have turned around and said, you will not eat that forbidden cake. If you go out and eat that new cake, you can't eat our cake again. You are done with our cake. So Brooks has gone over to the new bakery because they give him a lot of money. He's now eating the forbidden cake. He might not be enjoying it, but he's still eating the cake. Now it's got to the end of his cake contract, and he's saying, you know what, that cake that I actually used to quite like, but I kind of went off because my taste buds changed. I want back in. I want to eat your cake again. And the PGA Tour have come out with a new recipe and said, how about you try our sticky toffee pudding? Now, the sticky toffee pudding won't be available at every single one of our stores, but you can pretty much step back into most branches and get a piece of sticky toffee pudding. As long, Brooke, you need to be careful about this. You won't get bonus sticky toffee pudding.
And then Thomas Peters is like, I want that sticky toffee pudding.
No.
No, sir, that's not for you. Not on the menu.
No. Wes Bryan's outside knocking on the window. Said, I like sticky toffee pudding. And the bakers in the store are shouting out and say, no, you played in an exhibition match. You can't come have sticky toffee pudding. And you're not even going to get the Victoria sponge from the other bakery. What you're going to have to do is stay in this weird middle ground and eat crackers.
Is that us?
Crackers.
YouTube golf is dry crackers.
That was very good.
There you go.
That was
the
very
world
good.
of golf professionally explained by Cakes.
That was very good.
And clip it. Thank you very much for that one.
Good.
I think moving on from this, I think the question you asked a second ago, Mick, is important. Now, is this the end for LIV? Because let's put this in context. They have thrown, $1 billion, maybe more, dollars at this so far, over the course of 4 seasons. By any metric, even from the most positive light, it has only been a marginal success. If you were looking at it from a constructive, negative way, you'd probably say it's just not worked at all. So you have the PGA Tour, you have the DP World Tour, European Tour, and then you have LIV as three main kind of thrusts of male professional golf, you would say. You obviously have different tours around the world, but those are the top three if you look at the players that are on them. Would you say that at the moment with Brooks going, it's the end for LIV, or if the other dominoes fall, are they done?
I think it's the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
I think this is this was always the first thing we were waiting for, of that someone was making that move back. Now, theoretically, we have had it with Laurie Cantor, kind of, but obviously it wasn't back to the PGA Tour. But then he got the first opportunity to come back again, and he decided to jump off to LIV.
He loves little cakes.
He loves the cakes. He's really enjoyed.
Macaroons,
Yeah. He's not a sticky toffee guy.
No.
Doesn't enjoy sticky toffee. This to me just highlights the fact that there are probably, along with Koepka, other players at LIV who have not enjoyed what that's become, not enjoying that element of it. They've obviously said one thing about, I want to spend more time with family. We know that was rubbish. It was completely beat.
So what is it? What is it then?
They were growing the game.
No, sorry, yeah, they were growing the game to then come back to...
Is their bank account called The Game?
Yeah.
No, it's called the bakery.
Right.
It's the beginning of the end for me. I don't see how it continues. The only thing that LIV has with them, the fact is they don't actually have to make money, so they can just keep doing it, and it could be a tiny little mini tour with all these players making loads of money.
Yeah.
But what's it going to do?
No, I think it comes a point. I mean, that it's a fair statement, I think, to say that LIV will continue as long as it's willing to lose money. Because, they're throwing literally tens, hundreds of millions of dollars at it every year, and they're not getting a return for that yet. They've established the team format. The idea is that they can franchise those teams, get investment into those franchises with sponsors, sell those teams that are worth, however much money they claim them to be. But without the star players, which is their whole format, bear in mind, it's not that they were doing anything crazy with the tournaments they're playing, apart from it being 54 holes shotgun start, which is now 72 holes this year. Without the star players, that league, those teams don't really have any impact to the wider golfing audience, and it never really grabbed the attention to begin with.
So the PGA, to add another analogy, and Jacob was talking about, like, though Brooks Koepka being kind of like the first domino to fall, which ends up down the line of dominoes with the end of LIV. The other dominoes that could stop it from falling are if people like Jon Rahm, Bryson, to a certain extent, people like Hatton and Neiman, if they get behind LIV and in a big way say, this is the tour I'm staying on, this is where I want to play my golf, then I think it can survive. Unless, if they don't do that, and they are, they stay out of the conversation of whether they're leaving or whether they're staying at the end of their contracts, and there's even any ambiguity about Rahm going back, about DeChambeau going back, about Neiman and Hatton wanting to look back at the PGA Tour, if there is any ambiguity about it, people will start to write LIV off as a thing that they tried, had some good ideas, but it failed because the players didn't enjoy it.
I just think you've got a group of players there that I have no doubt in my mind that, like Jon Rahm and Tyrrell, and when those guys made that move, they thought that a deal was going to get struck, and they would take the money and they were just going to come straight back again.
Yes.
So they never went to LIV in the sense of like, this is where I want to be. This is the kind of tour I really want to champion, and I want to advocate for it. I want to be the poster boy for it. It was, I can make a lot of money here with a bonus signing, go win probably some 3 or 4 events because the fields aren't strong, they're not as big, and then in a year and a half when that deal is struck, we'll come back over. Now obviously it doesn't look like that deal's going to happen anymore, and this is kind of going to be the way you come back again, is if you decide you want to jump ship. And they've obviously given this window, which I think is very interesting, that they've kind of dated it and said
January transfer window.
You've got this time frame where you've got to make your decision now, otherwise, until
next year,
until you could do it again, when you actually come to us in 6 months and you're like, I want to come back again. So it's the thing for me with the LIV side now is that, like, if bringing the big names hasn't helped it, because now they're starting to jump. Who else is going to go to it now? Because what's it going to do? And the slow fall off will just begin. The decline will come. I just don't see how anyone is going to decide that that's the thing they want to watch over with the PGA Tour, especially if one of those other guys go. Like Brooks is obviously the start of it, but I say one more of them and it's done.
Yeah.
No one cares about watching a washed up Dustin Johnson. Like they don't.
Wow. Whoa, you say Dustin Johnson can't come back on the PGA Tour? You're saying that the fire is still not burning within Dustin Johnson?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I mean, looking through the roster of teams on LIV, like realistically, I think you have the big three that we spoke about there: Rahm, DeChambeau, Smith. You have Neiman, I'd say. Obviously, you've got Adrian Moronk. Patrick Reed.
Every time we read through LIV Golf teams, I go, "Oh yeah,
that's
that
a
guy
guy.
was there."
Yeah, Patrick Reed. You've got a couple of the young guys, so David Pugh, Ballister.
He was good.
Very good kind of young player as well.
I mean, didn't he wee in the creek? Is that him?
Yeah, that was the guy. Yeah. When you got to go, you got to go.
Listen, if you're going to disrespect the tour like that, you might as well.
And there are a few players in here. Obviously, Tyrrell, Tom McKibben. There are players like Laurie Cantor, like Sam Horsfield. You can imagine kind of coming back and sitting pretty comfortably in the mid range of a kind of PGA Tour kind of season. Getting up there every now and again. So Matt Wolff, God, remember Matt Wolff?
What a swing.
Lucas Herbert, there are players in here that would, Taylor Gooch, that would get back onto the tour. Dean Burmester, literally sneaky, really, really good golfer. So there are players there that could come back, but they're not names that are going to automatically draw in big crowds. So like you said, like LIV would have to go on a massive spending spree.
I mean, their spending is getting cut because they're not having to pay such significant money to these big name stars. They're probably only having to fork out 10 million quid for X.
I'd say the only way that it could survive in any real context in the long term is if they do some kind of merger, some kind of combination with the DP World Tour. Because the PGA Tour are never going to kind of accept this model. The DP World Tour, I don't think would either. But there is a way to potentially combine the two, and to make it a season which involves individual aspects, team aspects.
Yeah.
And the DP World Tour is going to be a cheaper proposition to get involved with in the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Because the PGA Tour have also had a fair bit of investment now as well.
I think it's going to be an interesting year from that side of things as well. Maybe the Saudis decide to try and sit back at the table and chat with the PGA Tour again if they start to think that this is the beginning of the end of it and they now want to get back at that table. But obviously they've probably, they've lost a few bargaining chips now because when they were at their peak of their powers and felt like they were being quite destructive towards the PGA Tour, this now has completely shifted it back, which I think is the main I know I mentioned it on the other podcast, but I think that is the main thing for the PGA Tour is the statement this makes that it's taking one of the LIV signature signings that they had and bringing them back and going, this is actually where they want to be.
So for example, Rahm. So like Rahm, if Rahm was to go back as well, obviously he's going to have similar implications, but like, are we going to feel the same about how, because do you know what I mean? Like Brooks has been the start. Brooks has started this. He's going to get a lot for this. Pardon me. I've just sweat.
I just sweat. That was me.
That was me.
I said that.
He's going to get a lot of stick for this. Like, this podcast, many podcasts, broadcast, he'll get a lot of stuff for this. If Brahm does it, is Brahm going to get the same implications?
I mean, I kind of think that anyone who comes back will, but what this has done is like it's a very clear pathway back for these players to follow Brooks if that's what they want to do. So
I get what you're saying, and I think that my opinion on it would stand regardless of who came back and at which time. The problem that Koepka's got is that he is just the first.
Yeah, exactly.
Every person after that will always just
the first one through the wall always gets hurt.
Absolutely, and he will be remembered for that. Unfortunately,
are they going to get Wes Bryant back?
Well, that's
hope so.
That's the thing as well. Wes, I mean, if you are someone, Wes is definitely one that you can be really, really annoyed if you are Wes, because you, like you say, you're in this pocket here where I just played a 9-hole scramble tour of not
It
even
was
On a YouTube-
unauthorized. Kieran.
It was a bloody YouTube video, for God's sake.
So again, we could probably say it's old-fashioned the way they dealt with it. I'd like to say in the next couple of months, next year, we might see a little bit of a modernisation of the PGA Tour and allow people to come in.
God, that would be good.
No.
That would be good, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Unfortunately, it
PGA Tour are
didn't
going to look at
include
Wes
a
and say, "Oh, he's
RBCT
still got
heritage
cake
winner.
over his fingers."
One second. Just can we just have a little round of applause?
Who we applauded? Wait,
Well done. We just went for 49 minutes talking about LIV.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, technically it's PGA Tour, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on
there.
here.
There's a lot there. But
I'm sorry, Mick, for talking about current affairs in the world of golf.
But like this
My
is-
apologies.
Yeah, but like.
This is the catalyst or the kind of little snowball that is going to build and build into a lot of things.
And
Yeah. It's going to be a full-grown snowman.
I think that
All right, by the end of this,
Yeah.
made of cake.
He looks a lot like Brooks Koepka.
Snowman cake.
He's going to get frosting. Covered in marzipan.
Yeah, Brooks Koepka would love it if there was frosting and marzipan, wouldn't he?
But like, so for Wes, just for example, I just want to add a little bit more to this. Should he be allowed on as easy as that? Do you think he should be allowed on?
He's never played in a proper live event. Of course he should. It's stupid.
But no,
It's
he
ridiculous.
hasn't won a major or the players between 2022 and 2025.
Exactly. It's only the individual nature of targeting these three players which has annoyed me more than anything. That's it. Like, let's try and get
They had to start with something, though.
Yeah, but if they had said anyone can come back, these are the things you have to do to come back, have at it, that would have been okay. But because they've said you can come back, but only if you're one of the people we actually want, that's why it's a bit hypocritical.
What if there's someone
savage.
like crazy marketable on there that they really wanted? It's saying, so you won a major between these days. Oh, or if you made the cut at the 2021 Travelers Championship.
Yeah, because Tyrrell missed it or
Yeah,
something.
it's kind of like, I mean, come on, guys.
If you hit 7-iron into the 18th,
Well, I
of
think
it-
that was one of the reasons that the 2021 being obviously who won in 2021.
Was that Phil in
Phil Mickelson.
Kiowa?
Phil
Yeah.
Mickelson.
Well, that's
So-
Rory. That's Rory's doing.
So, like, well, it's Brooks Koepka should have won that for a start.
Well,
but,
Sorry, Phil.
yeah. yeah.
Sorry, Phil, for one of the
Screw
most
you,
famous
Phil.
major triumphs in recent history.
Well, yeah, I know,
that's
yeah.
a- that's a-
Brooks-
You
Brooks-
didn't deserve it.
He's a pub quiz question for the rest of his life, though, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
But-
Shall we talk about an actual event that matters?
Yeah. Let's talk about something that's happening for
maybe,
real.
Maybe Brooks might be playing in this.
He might do. It's
They
just down the road from
should
him.
make him go and play in
It's
it.
close to home.
It's close to home.
because
exactly.
he wants to be at home more.
And by the way, he could play in the TGO as well. That's something. That's one of the things that he can now.
Oh,
do.
that's why he's done it.
He can,
Yes! Woo! This is it. It's finally happening. I have been waiting for this moment for 2 years. Ever since TGL's inception, I thought you got Brooks, you got TGL, you got sandwich that could come together. TGL being the jam in this Victoria Sponge this time. Oh, mixed together, sliced up and fed out.
Good,
Oh,
sweet baby
Brooks
Jesus.
as part of TGL. Oh, it's going to go to the moon. It's going to be unbelievable. Historians are going to be looking back in 50 years and saying this was the moment that TGL became the most popular sports franchise in the history of American sports.
Cool. Thanks for that. Should we talk about you playing in a tournament in
How's
the US?
TGL getting on this year? That's right. Nobody knows.
Kieran knows. We know all the stats. They
do,
have
we
been
do, we
down
do
on.
know the
They've been
stats.
down on viewership numbers, particularly when they're shown on ESPN2.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Their average last year was like 900,000 viewers, and their average this year is 300 and something thousand viewers.
646.
But when they're on ESPN2, it drops to like 300 and something.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we? What?
More people watch a Grant Horvat video than that.
It worries me. What? You know what? Who cares?
Okay, should we talk about something that's about to happen, which is really exciting for Peter Finch, really exciting for Team Finch in general,
Proper golf.
and really exciting for the state of Florida and the wider area of Orlando.
Yeah, because golf in Florida is actually still played outside as well.
Is it?
It's not just in a stand.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you fancy playing any golf outside?
As long as I can spend more time at home, that's going to be absolutely fine. I'm actually really happy that the Orlando Championship is letting me play. because I have played on the PGA Lancs region, which could technically be seen as a rival tour.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you really, really deep it.
So if you deep it, that's such a Kieranism.
I am very happy. I am very happy to say that we are going to be going over to the States in 2 days.
Literally
2 days. And as part of this American adventure, I'm going to be playing in the Orlando Championship, which is going to be played at the Rio Pinar Golf Club in Florida. And I'm going to be taking on a whole host of professionals from mostly Florida and the US, and also one
bloke from Aberdeen.
One dude from Royal Aberdeen.
Yeah. Go on, Daniel Sim.
So it's going to be my first professional event outside of the UK.
No,
apart from
you played in Egypt.
Which seems so long ago.
It's your first professional event in the US.
In the US.
Yeah.
I mean, Egypt was last year, I suppose. Yeah, that's good. Oh God, that was the Asian Developmental Tour.
Oh, you might. Yeah, I'll have to email them.
Yeah, we'll have to let the ADT know that you're going to have to revoke your membership.
Oh,
and then pay the fines when you want to come back and play in the Egyptian Open next year.
Florida Golf Tour might not be happy with that one.
No,
I ate some baklava.
And they only do donuts.
Yeah, you were in a car crash though.
They only do donuts. Yeah, we will see. We'll see what it's like. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm a bit nervous. I've been hitting balls again in the last kind of few weeks. I'm still nowhere near 100%. My shoulder's still giving me jip. So I'm interested to see. I did end my little test last night with a 300-yard drive, though.
Okay.
300-yard carry. I'm just going to get my swing out because I'm really excited.
Yeah, so you've got a kind of like mildly adapted swing to start the year, and then also you're carrying a little bit of a shoulder problem. So
yeah,
you're fighting a new swing and a mild grievance at the same time.
The way I would describe my swing at the moment is on the way back, it's pretty short, just like a 3/4 swing. But look at. We'll try and get a video of this on the pod. If you're listening to this, then go to the YouTube site. Look at my left leg here. Kapow!
Oh,
up and out the way.
Right back.
Get that
Clearing them hips.
Straightening.
It's got kind of. It's got like a little bit of Oberg about it.
The
tall, like you're very tall.
The tallness. Yeah. I am naturally a foot shorter than Oberg, though, so I've got to make every inch count.
Yeah, but he didn't qualify for the Orlando Championship, so
neither did I. I could just enter. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be interested to see how I stack up against those guys, especially with the first event of the year. I am the biggest concern I've got really is just going into a first tournament of the year on Bermuda. It's kind of a course and a grass type that I always like to get a few reps in before any serious golf kind of kicks off, just because it's very different. But in the last 2 years, it's not like I've not played on Bermuda a lot.
Yeah, you haven't played a lot of golf in America, so it should be somewhat of a kind of familiar environment for you.
Why are you doing this? I think I don't know.
You know what? I wake up every single morning.
Ask myself the same question.
Morning, look at myself in the mirror and just ask, why am I doing this?
So, Quest for the Open this year is a little bit different. Not only is Peter going to try and qualify for the Open Championship in this great country, but he's going to try and qualify for the US Open in the US of America, which means that you will need to play a little bit more competitive golf than you did last year, with a particular focus on playing in the US. The courses are slightly different, like you've just said. The makeup of the grass and the sand and the wind and the temperature and all that stuff is going to be very different to how it is over here. So this is your kind of first foray into competitive golf in the US. And it's very exciting for us to watch you do it. And I imagine it's very exciting for you to be going and playing in it.
Yes.
36 holes as well, this event.
Yeah.
No cut.
I'm not.
So you make it to the second day.
I am more nervous than anything, I think. I'm not excited yet.
Oh, right.
I'm not excited yet. I think I just want to... It's one of those where I want to get playing. Like I was pretty good, like mentally, like for most of last season as far as when I was playing. However, I know that like even now, like the thoughts going through my head aren't overly positive about this event. So I need to kind of get back into the mind frame. But it always helps just playing. Just getting out and playing.
Getting back into the mindset of last year, which carried you through all of your competitive golf last year, which was trust the process.
Yeah.
You got to be back to trusting that process.
I mean, Jacob's like kind of organising my life this year. Am I playing before this?
Yes.
Well,
So to warm you up for Rio Pinar, you're playing Bay Hill and Sawgrass. So it'll be basically the same.
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
You got Bay Hill on the 16th. You got Sawgrass on the 17th. Then you have a day off because I thought I'd give you a little bit of rest.
Do I need to have a practice round as well?
Well, that's that.
You need to go
And
around
then
Rio Pinar.
The 19th, 20th, you've got Rio Pinar.
Oh.
Yeah, a little 9-hole round Rio.
Yeah.
God, Bay Hill is hard, by the way.
Well,
Well, we didn't get to do it last time we were there, did we, Kieran? Because it was...
We didn't. It was raining.
third time lucky.
Oh yeah, you guys have checked the weather, haven't you?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Honestly, the weather in Orlando last time we went was absolutely disgusting.
Instead of going to play Bay Hill, we instead went for lunch at that like bar-y place, and Kieran had that like sharing platter of nachos. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was good. Yeah,
You got a salad. I got like a Korean thing, and his food arrived and it was bigger than his head.
Yeah, it's not super warm, is it? It's like
No. I think it was warmer this week, wasn't it? I think that was what you said.
Yeah,
Was it like-
warmer
Yeah,
this
16
week and then,
16 Celsius.
17.
So people of Florida, just
Crank it.
crank it a little bit for us.
Yeah.
Or just keep the rain away.
It's a lot warmer than here.
Please.
it's
A lot warmer than here.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, do not. Yeah, that is very, very true.
I heard a vicious hot rumor in the office before we came in here to record that Sam Forrest, one of our editing team, is planning on bringing his running shoes and making you bring yours as well.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to be going for a few runs when I'm out there.
Nice,
I've been
because
on a
you're in
few
Florida
runs.
and California. So Sam, I imagine Kieran will be going out with you as well. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some running while you're there. How's your fitness feeling, aside from obviously the shoulder?
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not really kind of cracked on. I've been for a few runs, but I'm not. If I go running, I'm not going running with these two.
Oh no, you will have to.
No.
Yeah.
No. You know what? No, I'm going to rephrase it. They are not going to want to come running with me.
Oh.
Because Sam is not going to want to run 200 yards and stop. And just chill out for a second.
No, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. Last time we were in California,
Not really.
and we ran, you were like, you were keeping up.
Oh no, I can still, yeah, I can run. I'm not, I'm not a complete blob, but I'm also not like
You're not feeling your best.
no, and my feelings about running. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with it on a philosophical level. So.
Okay, well, these boys will be changing that for you.
Not really. They'll be making it worse. Which is why when I go for the run, I'm just going to go. I'm going to say, if you want to come for a run with me, that's fine. But I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to have my earphones in. And if you want to run off ahead of me, that's absolutely fine. I am not going to go for a social run. I am running because I have to, because I'm fat. I am not running because I like it.
You might end up liking it eventually.
Maybe I'm going to the States. I can just get some like jabs. They do jabs over there, don't they? Which like burn the fat off you.
It's not a good idea.
They did them here, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that
Is
not
that
what?
Ozempic? Is that
You
the...
can,
it's
Manjaro.
Manjaro.
You
Manjaro.
can't get it on the NHS though. You have to have a BMI above 28 or something.
I don't know.
How are you getting on?
You don't. I'm going to say this: you don't qualify.
Get that McDonald's. If I hit a certain ratio before I get over there.
Is that what the McDonald's was about?
Yeah. Stacking for my Zen.
I'm bulking for the
The problem
jab.
being that is if you do it in America, you'll have to pay $25,000 for the jabs, which is not what you want to do.
Nah, we can do we'll try and get a sponsorship.
That would be good.
Well, if Pete wins the Orlando Championship, it will be 23 grand.
Yeah, 'cause
he gets £2,000 for winning.
Oh wow!
So it is. too.
Yeah.
Love that.
And if as well, because the PGA show is at the same time, if anyone has a PGA show pass and they're in Orlando, you can sign up for the event discounted as well if you want to go play.
If you're an
but you obviously
accredited-
have to be accredited PGA Pro.
Yeah,
you can't just
you
rock
have
up
to
and
be a
play.
professional golfer.
Yeah.
You can't be any old random.
Right. Okay. That's good.
So you can go and play in a competition to get Peter Finch. Wow. Wow.
I mean, do I want that? What do I want? Do I want more people or no one?
I think
One
let's,
person playing me.
Depends how you're. So
Let's
when's they
like bottom load the field with people that don't really want to play in it.
If you are a PJ Pro and you're at the Orlando trade show and you consider yourself to be a horrific golfer, enter the Orlando Championship and make me feel better about myself. Like, we can all shoot 80 together. Like, we can do that twice.
What did you say the winning score was last year? Like 4 under?
4 under over 2 rounds, yeah. What was the Legacy Championship, not the Orlando Championship?
I need
It's
to
changed
actually-
name now.
It's lost its legacy.
You guys write this up. I need to have a look at this golf course.
Okay.
Okay, so you might also need a caddy. So if you're a professional caddy and you're in Orlando during the PGA show period and you want to come and caddy for Peter Finch, or even if you're just someone who fancies like they'd be quite good at it, just leave us a comment below and we'll get you on the bag for Pete while you're in Orlando. That'll be hilarious.
If anyone who fancies me.
Yeah. Oh, here he is. Look how handsome he is.
I don't want anyone who is remotely attracted to me because you'd be a weirdo.
Yeah, and then your brain would probably need looking at. Now, a couple of other things just to talk about very quickly before we wrap up. We have gone way over what we said we were going to do. Vijay Singh is coming back to the PGA Tour. Mm-hmm. He has found some sort of very weird rule which enables him, as a top 50 earner on the PGA Tour all-time earners list, to chuck himself back into the fray for a full year, which he has chosen to do.
Yep.
Which means that 62-year-old Vijay Singh is going to be smacking it around potentially with Brooks Koepka.
On the tee.
Same group.
In the same group, which could be unbelievable. Yeah. However, can I just quickly get you to guess what Vijay Singh's average driving distance was last year?
I reckon it'd be sneaky high.
287.
282.
I'll lowball it just to play the game. 262.
294.2 yards.
Yeah.
So
He's getting out there.
He can keep up.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of juice on him.
I always like watching Vijay. Like,
He's got a lovely swing.
when he overtook Tiger as world number 1, he had just this incredible season. He won. God, how many times did he win that year?
Like 7 or 8, wasn't it?
It was a lot, and like he was just unstoppable. And his swing looks.
Good. There you go.
No,
Great.
It looks attainable
Oh.
because he's just all tempo.
Yeah.
He's smooth.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
He's very smooth.
It's kind of like one of those golfers you look. He's obviously way more talented than literally 99.9% of the people.
Because he
to
makes
ever
it look
play the
easy.
game. But because of the way he swings,
Yeah.
people look at it and go, "Oh, all I need to
do
do
that."
is swing,
I think
swing smooth."
I think there's a classic piece of, it might even be PGA Tour champions footage of a driving range, and it's Vijay Singh, Ernie Els, and there's one other person,
Freddie Couples.
Fred
Yeah.
Couples, and they're all just like clipping.
Clipping.
And you're
Yeah,
like,
that was-
what
Yeah.
is that?
Clipping.
You're like, excuse me.
Like they're not even hitting it. But they're just
Unreal,
like
yeah.
It's so cool.
Unbelievable.
dropping the club on the ball.
Oh, so good. Now, can I just hit you with the last bit of drama?
Hit me.
Friend of YouTube and YouTube channel owner and third best player in the world, Thomas Fleetwood.
Oh, I have seen this.
Thomas Fleetwood,
Yeah.
it has been speculated, has parted ways with Nike Golf.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
He, in his most recent video where he played with, Grant's video where he played against Tommy, was wearing his Nike gear, but that was filmed in 2025. In a recent video filmed for TaylorMade, he was wearing a much baggier trouser, no Nike logos, a much baggier shirt, no Nike logos, and an unbranded hat, which tells us that talks are underway with whoever his new company potentially is about a new clothing deal. Now, have you seen what he was wearing, Jacob?
Yes.
Who do you think it is?
I know who it is. So,
Tell us who it is.
Oh, I don't know if you want the others to guess or not.
Yeah. Who do you think he's gone to?
Or baggy pants is Malbon or what's the other one? Manners. Yeah.
Nope.
No, the company that there's been rumoured and people have found the items is Lululemon.
Yeah.
Lululemon.
So not only Dr. Chapinski, but also Fairway Jesus.
Lululemon do baggy things?
Yeah, I didn't realize that quite so much. But so someone has done a bit of research and tried to find the products, because it was for a tailor-made shoot, and they found that, like, they've taken the shots from it, and they found the products on the Lululemon website. Because a lot of this, they say the clothing, the shirt, the track, they're not even really branded either. I mean, Lululemon don't really slap their logos on loads of stuff anyway. I don't know. I don't know really how to feel about it, because he does look cool. Like, he does fit that kind of vibe. He kind of matches with the long flowing hair and all that kind of stuff.
Still Nike shoes.
That's what it's
still the Nike shoes.
And obviously, it's not, nothing's confirmed.
Tailor-made glove.
The only thing I think is that obviously it still could be that, but did he just wear that stuff because it was so unbranded and he hasn't had anyone signed yet? That's the only other thing I thought of, is that, like, because it had nothing. But it could also just be a little Easter egg, a little sort of sprinkling in there to sort of show people, like, this is what I'm going to be going to. They must have been splashing for Tommy to sign.
Well, think about this. He's just had his best year ever.
Yeah.
And he's, obviously, like, great friends with Rory. There you have great Ryder Cup history together. He's spoken very highly of Tiger and Scotty, and, they've done tailor-made things together for years and years and years. Suddenly, to lose someone like that, Nike must be reeling. Must be so angry.
I mean, weren't Nike just going to get out of the golf business altogether anyway?
Yeah, there was reports last year about that.
Well, obviously with the clubs, but I think they're keeping up with the clothes.
There was something.
Well, they've just released new Nike branded golf clothing, so they're still
it looks cool,
developing stuff. But I just think that, of all the people to lose, like, that they had the top 3 players in the world: Scotty, Rory, and Tommy, and now they've lost him.
I mean, Lululemon's values at 24 billion. So
they'll have the money.
Oh.
But it's obviously, like, in the golf space, they are still, they're still trying to get a footing, really, of, like, they've made big strides in it. And obviously with Minwoo Lee signing and stuff like that. But that was only really last year. They were only really making that progression.
Yeah.
So signing, like, someone like Tommy, I imagine, would have
Adam
taken
Scott?
a lot of money. No, he's Uniqlo.
Yeah. Correct.
I mean, again, that's another one.
Yes, another one that people have speculated.
It's yeah.
Adam Scott.
A lot of brown. There's a lot of brown.
Uniqlo and Adam Scott is just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just neutrals. Yeah.
I still can't believe that anyone from, like, Uniqlo haven't actually sent somebody to Adam Scott and said, okay, this goes
with that one.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one with this one.
Yeah.
That one and that one. No.
Yeah.
Never cross.
Yeah.
Like, he makes my colour blindness look like I see
That's
everything.
What I'm saying. I don't think
perfectly.
Uniqlo have got into golf. They don't understand scripting. They've just sent him a box of clothes and let him do it.
I don't actually think they sponsor him. I think he just likes. He just likes Uniqlo. He just likes going to the shop.
Yeah. Could I have this, but with the logo, like, really big?
Yeah.
And on the could I have it just on the right shoulder? Would that be okay?
Oh, right. I need to send some invitations to have some calls. So I'm gonna go.
And then you also need to go and practice, because you're going to play in a professional event in like 2 days.
Yeah, it's all right.
Be all right. Be all right. Be right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Get into the comments below. Let us know what your favourite cake is, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.